this computer. Hello, good morning, happy Sunday, happy 5th of the month. It's an auto ship day. I was just saying before we get on here to Jacqueline that it feels weird to do this on the first Sunday of the month because we're already 5 days in, but this is the new thing I'm trying and we're going to keep rolling with it. So anyway, today what we're going to do is kind of break down some important dates in February. We're going to go over, I want you to go over your calendar for February. I want you to be planning ahead, thinking ahead, be prepped and ready. Some things that have already happened that hopefully you have on your calendar. We got our free credits already. Like I said, today is our first auto ship. And we'll go over all of this, but on a month like this, where we meet a few days into the month, remember, we're going to talk today about those March 5th auto ships so that you're prepped and ready. So you can't constantly wait on someone to remind you to do your job. That's why we put it in the calendar. That's why I put it in the calendar. I very easily wake up and it's the 5th of the month and I could not know. So that's why I write everything in my calendar. That's why I keep track of it all. We're also going to talk about goals for the month, your rate of run, all that good stuff. So hopefully you have a secondary device to look at. If you don't, that's okay. You can always go back and do it. But I would love for you to have your calendar, planner, whatever it is, piece of paper, whatever it is you use in front of you, your device ready to go, a calculator if you need it. I know people can use your calculators on the phone, but I'm not that good. I have to use a real one. I'm old school. So anyway, here we go. For the month of February, let's get our rate of run figured out. So real quick, for anybody new, rate of run just means what do you need to do on a daily basis, on a daily average, to get to the goal you have at the end of the month. So for example, we have 28 days this month. And if your goal is to hit 12K, $12,000 divided by 28 days is $428.57. So daily, your rate that you need to be running at, you and your team, would be $428.57 of sales, of QV. Okay. So I want you, because only you know, I want you to say what your goal is to yourself on a sheet of paper on your calendar. And then I want you to divide that number by 28. Uh-oh, I'm getting a message. I should check. Oh, thanks, Susan. I was like, can you not hear me? Did I say something wrong? I was like, wait a minute. I wonder if I can put that. I'll just have to, I'll share it to the graphic. But so for the 5th of the auto ships, if you want to know, like, if you're like, as of today, if you want to know you're on track, there's a handy little graphic that comes out. So if you want to be hitting 4K, that means today you need to look at your volume. It needs to be $645 for the month so far. 12K, you would need to be $1,935 so far. So I'll go back to the power planning links and I'll share that graphic in it so you guys can refer to it. But for now, I want you to take your goal. So if you're, and I know a lot of you guys have goals, at least I hope you have goals based on our rank advancements that are happening right now. Hopefully you're wanting to break a rank for the first time or you're wanting to re-rank. So I want you to write down what that goal is for the month, and then you're going to divide that by 28 so that you can come up with what your daily goal needs to be. So I'm going to do mine while we're together. And then what I like to do, because my calendar goes, I should have this easier to pull up. I have one of those giant desk calendars and it goes Sunday to Saturday. So on Saturday, I like to write in that box that's right in front of me on my desk. I like to write in what should it be. So this upcoming Saturday is the 11th. So you're going to take your daily average that you just came up with. You're going to multiply it by 11 and you're going to write that number on the 11th. That way, at a quick glance, next Saturday, you can look, am I close? Am I where I belong? Where do I need to be? What's going on here? That's how I like to do it. So I constantly have at least one day a week to check in with myself. I like having numbers in front of me. That's how I like to run my business. So that's just my suggestion to you. You do what you feel comfortable with. Some people like to check their rate of run every day. Some people like to have it on their calendar every day. Some people only check it on auto ship days. It's whatever floats your boat. I like to put it on my Saturdays. So that's what I'm going to do real quick while we're together. Just making sure my calendar is up to date. You can get fancy. You can write this in green ink if you want, because it's money. You can highlight it in green if you want, because it's money. Maybe your favorite color is blue. You can do that. So then on the following Saturday, I'm going to take that daily average. I'm going to multiply it by 18. I'm going to write down where I need to be. It's so cute to see 26 cents. And the next Saturday is the 25th. So I'm going to take my daily average. I'm going to multiply it by 25. So again, that's just where I like to keep them. If you check yours on Sundays, if you check yours on Wednesdays, whatever day you like to check it, I encourage you to take your daily rate of run goal. And remember, we got that by saying, I want to hit, say, 12K, and I divided it by 28. So I knew how much I wanted to do every day. Take that daily goal, multiply it by the date on the calendar. So you just have a quick reference. So you can just glance at your calendar and know where you are. The other thing to do is, and we'll do it right now, we'll go into our cloud, and this is how you can, so we basically set the goal for our rate of run, and now we can compare and see what is our rate of run, what's really happening. So you want to get logged into your cloud. You're going to go to that business snapshot. Oops. Yeah, business snapshot, and then mine's loading slow, sorry. Okay, and then from there, under the qualification bar, you're going to see current status, join date, blah, blah, blah. Go down to where you see current QV. You're going to take that number and you're going to divide it by 5. Why 5? Because today's the 5th. And we're just going to see, hey, are we close to that rate of run that we said we needed to hit? All right, sweet. I feel good about that. That's exciting. That's exciting. Okay, and some of you may be like, crap, that wasn't exciting, Tammy. Stop celebrating. That's okay. It's the 5th of the month. You have time. Like, that's the beauty of rate of run. When it's the 27th and you have a day left, you still have time until the fat lady sings, right? Until it's all said and done. All right, so now that we know our rate of run goal, and now we know where we actually are in our rate of run because we're 5 days in, I want to look ahead at some important dates for you to have on your calendar. So our next auto ship date is the 10th. Where is, I do everything by color because that's just how my brain works. So I like to circle the 10th. We're going to circle the 15th, circle the 25th. Oh, and the 20th. I missed one. Sorry. The 10th, the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th. I was like, I know it's a short month, but there's got to be more auto ships. So we've had the 5th. That's today. We've had an auto ship today. So what we're going to do now is we're going to either stay back in your cloud or get back in your cloud, depending on what happened. I think I got kicked out. I did. So you're going to get logged back in. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go into your main menu. Go down to where it says my team. Scroll all the way to the bottom where it says my customers. Now it's populated automatically for you by your level 1 customers. And it does it automatically by the date that their account was created, which is good for certain things. But today we want to scroll all the way to the far right of that report. The box that says next auto ship, you're going to click that twice. Now you're going to look for anybody that has an auto ship coming up in the month of February, whether it be the 10th, 15th, so on and so forth. I cannot encourage you enough to print yourself one of these. Well, that's not it, Tammy. That's your sample tracker. Print yourself one of these auto ship trackers. This is in your cloud. I didn't make this. I don't waste my time making graphics. It's in your cloud. If you're like, I don't have a printer, I bet you have a sheet of paper. On a sheet of paper, write down the month, write down the number 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Next to those numbers, write down who's getting an auto ship when. And realize that this is never in stone. I don't know how many of you have ever like written down your auto ships, and then when you go to reach out to someone, they're like, oh yeah, I postponed that, or oh, I canceled that and put my order in yesterday, right? Like things change. So I go back to my auto ship tracker a lot, just to keep track of who has something coming up. And don't forget, if you have a spouse, like another account that you work, check theirs too, because I've done that before where I'm like, oh, I checked my auto ships, but I forgot to check Tom's. So I keep track of it. And again, I just have this handy dandy binder that I keep it in. It's right there next to my my real ideas, my sample tracker, and my auto ship. It's all together, so it's easy to find. So that's what I want you to do right now. If you, it's okay if you don't have it printed out. Like I said, take a sheet of paper, but I want you to write down what customers you see that have an auto ship coming out on February 10th, 15th, 20th, and 25th. We're going to do all of it at the same time. I've also discovered in the past, sometimes people who think they know what they're doing with their auto ship end up having two. So it's always nice to check. This is, to me, this is basic customer service. If you've ever thought, man, I wish somebody would remind me I've got an order coming, that's what we do here. We're promoters. We help people. Especially your new people. They probably don't know what they're doing. Now, don't forget, we probably won't see each other before March. So who on that list has an auto ship coming out on March 5th? Write their name down so that you don't forget them. All right. So hopefully you have all of your auto ships written down. This way you can constantly be keeping track. Now, because I'm anal retentive, I actually take these names off this tracker and I put them on my big desktop calendar because I don't know, what if my binder's closed one day and I forget to check, but I see their name on my calendar? To me, that is helpful. If you don't want to put it on your calendar, I will encourage you to put it on your 54321. So if you have your 54321s in a binder, here comes next week, you can have the dates and you can go ahead and, whoops, I'm losing things from my binder. You can go ahead and put their date, not their date, their name on the follow-up a few days before their auto ship. And again, you guys, I'm a big fan of not reaching out and saying, hey, your auto ship's coming out. Just want to remind you. I think that's a great way for someone to cancel their auto ship. I like to peek on them, check their social media, see what's going on, start a conversation, see how their weekend was, how's life going, how's the new baby, how's the new school, how was vacation. And then that way you can go back and be like later on, a day or two later, be like, oh, hey, your name popped up on my auto ships. It looks like the last 2 months you've gotten chocolate. Did you want to try something new? Or, hey, your name popped up for auto ships. You're eligible for your auto ship this week. You mentioned that when you were on vacation, I don't know, slept horrible. Have you ever thought about adding rest gel? There's something in someone's life that you can probably offer a solution to, but you have to ask questions to find out. So for me, I feel like I like to get conversations started, ask questions, and then from there, go on in. So those are your auto ships for the week. Now, or not the week, I'm sorry, the whole month, including the 5th of March. Because yes, again, we will be meeting on the 5th of March. So definitely make sure you have your March 5th written down. Okay, so in the next thing, I'm just going to tell you how I operate my calendar. It's up to you how you like to do yours. I am going to ask you a couple questions though, and you tell me if these things are on your calendar. Those of you that have a team, that means you plus one person. How often every month are you talking to your team? Do you have a team chat? Do you have a team page? Everyone's going to fall in a different spot. I meet with my team every Monday. And so that's on my calendar every Monday. I meet with my team every Monday. It's just what I do. It's started a long time ago, and I have changed the time, but it's always on a Monday. For me, I like to kick off the Monday with my team. So do you have something you do with your team every week or every month? If so, is it on your calendar? Have you committed to it? Because I am a huge fan of committing to things on my calendar. Because I don't know about you, but if I don't have it written down, it's easy to move it around, right? And then the other thing that I like to do, and I do this for my team as well as anyone who wants to benefit from it, is every Wednesday I started going live in a Zoom and streaming it to Facebook, and I call it Wi-Fi Wealth, and I interview 1 to 2 promoters about the business side of the business side of our career. So that's on my calendar. Do you go live on a routine basis? Do you do something on a routine basis to promote your business? If not, I want to encourage you to do that. Does it have to be something called Wi-Fi Wealth? No. Could it be? Yes. I did not create that. I totally stole that from other people, and you can totally steal it from them too. You could do it. I do it on Wednesdays because I'm all about the W's. Wi-Fi Wealth Wednesday, right? That's totally up to you. But I want you to look at your calendar. And if you look at 28 whole days of February and you realize that there's nothing on your calendar where you are showing up live on social media, some way, some shape, somehow, whether it's through like a Facebook or an Instagram or whatever, I'm going to tell you that you're probably missing a big opportunity. And if you're not yet, maybe you're new and you're like, she's crazy, I can't go live. That's okay. Guess what? I go live. Go share it from my page. Share it to your page. Let your network hear other people talk about the business and what it's done for them. And then I actually made a commitment. I guess it was in January. So on Sundays, I'm just interviewing one promoter, not, I shouldn't say that, one person live, 10, 15 minutes max. How's your Elite experience? What do you think about Elite? What's going on? We have a brand new product that is the first ever weight loss product. And if you aren't talking about it and getting other people to talk about it, you're, again, missing the boat. So again, I'm doing it. It's on my page. If you want to share it, that's cool. That's fine. But why aren't you? Why aren't you putting that on your calendar? It's really easy. Like so last week I was like, hey, Olivia, you're doing Elite, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you love it? She's like, yeah. I said, will you talk about it with me for 10 minutes on Facebook on Sunday? She was like, yeah, sure. We did it. It was great. It's done. Today, Jamie Flint is going to talk to me for 10 minutes on Facebook about Elite. Monday night, Sandra is doing a big Elite call. I think there's 3 or 4 of us, 4 if you count Sandra, that are going to talk about Elite. However that meme goes or that TikTok goes, something like you got to talk about your business to have a business. So are you talking about your business on live, some version of live? So when I say live, it could be Facebook Live, it could be Instagram Live, it could be TikTok Live, it could be a YouTube Live. Like all those platforms have lives. The reason I say to go live is because that actually gets the most push. Like the platform will push it for you the most. So if you feel like you're posting and you feel like you're not getting interaction or you feel like you're not getting response, go live more. Like just get out there and go live more. It's no one will die. Everyone makes fun of me for saying that, but it's true. No one's going to die, right? You're going to go live. Your heart might pound. Your face might get a little red. You're going to get off. You're going to realize that it's okay. Nobody died and you're going to go out the rest of your day. So, if you think people aren't watching, they are. I'm trying to think of who it was, but a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to a girl and I hadn't seen her in quite a while. And it was just like a real quick, like we saw each other out in town. And she was like, I know something about, I don't know. She was like, yeah. Cause I know you've been at home rearranging and organizing everything because it's the first of the year. And I was like, how did she know that? And then I remembered I talked about that on a reel, TikTok or whatever. I didn't know she watched it. She never commented on it. I didn't even know she was on there. But so see, people are watching. People do hear what you say. You got to plant those seeds all day long. You can't do this business for props and for pats on the back. You got to do this business to plant the seed in people's mind that you have something that can help them. And so if that's the mindset to go into your day every day. If you're trying to make the perfect TikTok because you want people to tell you that it was amazing, if you're trying to do the perfect post with the perfect smile, with all the stuff, you're going to hold yourself back. Just, yes, I'm a big fan of showing your face because I think people stop to look at those pictures and then that will cause them to read. But it doesn't have to be the perfect face all the time. I shared a picture yesterday where I look pretty hideous, actually. But what the hell? I shared it anyway. And I talked about how I think getting outside is good for your mental health. So my message was more important to me than my picture. But I know looking hideous in a picture probably stopped a lot of people in their tracks and they read what I had to say. So whatever. Anyway, my point is when you look at your calendar over 28 days, now 23 days, how many times are you going to be going live? Here's the great thing about committing to 1 or 2 a week. Once you rip the Band-Aid off, it gets easier to do. So if you're committed to 2 and you get the 2 done, great. But what happens if you have a day where you're like, oh, and you pull out a 3rd, right? But I can guarantee if you don't commit to the 1 or 2, you'll never find the 3rd or 4th happening. So commit, make a commitment to your business, to your calendar, when you're going to go live and what you're going to do. Ronnie said I had someone reach out to me and I didn't realize she'd been following me. She was saying that she loved my confidence. People are watching. Absolutely. I mean, people will reach out to you in 3 years and be like, well, you made a post one day and they've literally taken them 3 years to think about it. But now they decide they want to thrive. So do you be out there, do your thing. I have some important dates for February. I wrote down, and I want to make sure everybody also has written down. Let me find my page. Okay, so on the 8th, we have a fast start training. I got to put my glasses on to read my own handwriting. Fast start training. I wrote down 1 p.m. That's Eastern. So you do the math depending on where you are. I don't care if you're going or not. The Miami getaway is the 16th through the 19th. Eyes up, ears up, red alert. When there's a getaway, stuff's going on. There will be lots of things to share. There will be, you will have team members there that you can share their stuff. New products will most likely launch. A promo sometimes drops, although we have a giant promo now, so I'm not sure about that. those are the ones the next one is my girlfriend's birthday and then the trip I'm taking. So you don't care about those. But my point is, do you have those dates written down? Like, again, if you make an appointment with yourself to be on those, to either, like, have your ears up waiting for some sort of announcement, or have your schedule around a training that you want to, like, maybe I'm not going to do on, maybe I won't be on the fast start training, but do I have new people on my team that need to be on fast start training? Do I have people on my team who maybe aren't new, but they've never had a fast start training and they sure could use some information about how it works? I honestly feel like right now with the VIP reset and the rank bonuses, rank bonuses, that everybody should refresh themselves on fast start training, because I think it's easy to get confused, and rules sometimes can change. So I want to encourage you to do that. Oh, let me think. Do I have anything else that we want to go over for the month of February? We did our auto ships. We did our rate of run. We have our important dates. You're all going to commit to going live at least one day a week. I didn't hear you say it, but in my head you said it. So that's what we're rolling with. And I know what I want to encourage you guys really quickly too, in addition to all your business goals, what are you doing for you? What are you doing to improve your health, physical and mental? Because I can guarantee it's really hard to build a business that is successful, sturdy, and strong if you're not taking care of your mental and physical health, especially when you're in the health and wellness business, right? Are you doing something for your health? What are you doing for your mindset? Like, one of my top 10 goals every day, it's called Dream Big. And it's because I realized back in December that as much as I talk to you guys about your goals and affirmations and mindset and all that jazz, I don't sit and spend a lot of time with mine. And I wanted to make it a point to sit and spend time with mine. So when I say that, I don't just mean like reading my affirmations, like sit with them, think about them, imagine them, elaborate on them, maybe tweak them and change them. So that was something I actually added to mine. I will also share with you. So yes, I have my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I do it every single day. I've said this before. To me, that's like flipping on your lights and sweeping your sidewalk and just opening up your business for the day, right? The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is just opening up. So in addition to that, I actually have my daily goal is, I call it social media on steroids. My goal is to go live more often, to do more posts, not necessarily great ones, but just like do like quantity over quality, basically. I have one of my goals is called Build Dream Team. And so a lot of people would be like, why I did my, my team building today because I did my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. Again, that's opening your business. Building Dream Team to me is taking an additional step every single day, specifically to help build my team. So last week I opened up some time slots to do one-on-one coaching. I have made a point of reaching out to 2 promoters in my downline every single day to check in with them and see how they're doing. And these are non-promoting promoters too, because they're part of Dream Team. Everything they do does benefit us as a team. So again, could I say that was a reach out? Yes, I could, but my reach outs are for like the big net that these people have already been cast in that net, right? They're in the downline somewhere. So I'm doing this specifically. 3 new customers. Yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is again part of finding new customers. But then I also have 5 bold messages daily. To me, a bold message is like going back and being like, hey girl, we've talked about it. Are you ready to do it? I got a 10% off coupon for you if you're ready to go. Like something like I got a blender bottle for you, or I just got a feeling it's your time. Like, are you ready? Like, it's being bold with people. So I want you to think about that when you're looking at your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think I will say this. If you aren't writing down your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I bet you can feel it in your business. I'm guilty of it. There, the first week or 2 of January when we were traveling, I was like, I got it. And I got away from writing it down, but I was like, it's okay. I got it. I'm doing it. I'm pretty sure I wasn't doing it completely. I'm pretty sure maybe I was doing 4 reach outs instead of 10, or, 3 follow-ups instead of 5. Like, it feels like you're doing stuff, but you're not. And so I cannot encourage you enough to print that bad boy out. Again, it's in your cloud. Don't recreate anything if you don't need to. Just print what they have and roll with it. But do it to keep track of yourself, to make sure you are on pace with what you need to do. If you miss a day of your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, is it the end of the world? No. Does it set you back? Yeah, honestly, it does. You're in business. And I know people get freaked out when I talk like this. You're in business. You're here to make money. You're here to change lives. That's how we make our money, right? Well, you can't do that if you're not constantly and consistently reaching out and talking to people. So it's very important to track. If you, what I just read this last night in the book, I don't know, you keep, I forget how they said it, but basically you measure, you keep track of what you want to improve. So if you want to add customers, you have to keep track of how many people you're talking to. If you're like, it doesn't matter if I get a customer or not this month, cool, then just randomly talk to whoever. To me, I have a goal of 3 new customers this month. So it's very important to me to know how many people I talk to and who I talk to. You got to measure what you want to change in your life. It's just like if people say, I want to lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? 10 pounds. Okay, great. How much do you weigh now? Oh, I don't know. Well, then how are you going to know when you lose 10 pounds? Right? Like you just can't. You have to know your numbers. That's why we do Ready to Run. That's why we do the dates, the times, the commitments. Like get serious about your business and it will get serious with you, especially right now, you guys. These rank bonuses, it's like a big old carrot hanging in front of a dog's mouth. So, anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope that this gets you guys in the mindset for February of taking your business and taking it seriously and committing to your calendar to get things done. Paul always called the calendar the game board. And if you don't understand that yet, it's because you're not using it quite right yet. So go back through everything I said to do, write everything on your calendar, and you will start to see your game board come into play. So I will see you later. Thank you.